Not Monique exposing Steve Harvey for being Oprah's puppet. It turns out that Monique is still super salty about her getting blackballed by Oprah all those years ago, and she is finally naming some celebs who let themselves get used by Oprah to achieve her shady activities. Not only is Monique exposing him, but she's also shaming him for being a coward and not standing on business when it comes to what he truly believes in. Girl, Monique is really pissed off, and she is not holding back on Steve. Y'all, it looks like this situation with Oprah goes way deeper than what we imagined, because more and more people have been coming out to speak on her. And girl, it is an entire horror show. We thought it was just her flexing her power and influence on black celebs to keep them in line. But in reality, the situation was way worse than that, because she was allegedly using black celebs to keep other black celebs in line. According to Monique, Steve Harvey was allegedly one of such celebs, and Monique is now putting him on blast for letting himself get used by Oprah as her lapdog. And according to Monique, this isn't anything new, because Steve has been Oprah's lapdog for a very long time, and she even accused him of helping Oprah to blacklist her back in the day for no reason at all. I'm sure y'all know about how Monique fell out with Tyler Perry and Oprah back in 2009 after Monique had the lead role in the movie Precious. To start with, she was grossly underpaid for the role because she only took home $50,000, which was low. But then Monique believed that the role was going to earn her major awards, and she was right, because she ended up winning an Oscar, a Golden Globe, and other awards. The real drama started after the movie dropped, and it was a massive hit that had everyone losing their minds over it. Oprah and Tyler Perry randomly decided to do a press run to capitalize on the attention it was getting, but the thing is that Monique had already completed her contractual obligations, and she was reluctant to go on the press run. When she eventually agreed to go, Oprah and Tyler refused to pay her for her time, and they even asked her to pay for her costs out of pocket. She put her foot down on this and refused to stand for the BS. And this made Oprah mad, and she decided to blacklist Monique. And because Oprah was so powerful, most people in the industry automatically started to distance themselves from Monique, even though they thought that she was in the right. Some of them, even Steve Harvey, would reach out to her in private and show his support, but he threw her under the bus publicly. Monique actually called him out for being two-faced on his show, where she slammed him for being Oprah's lapdog and not having the guts to stand up for what he actually believes in.
I said to you, Steve, my family is suffering behind this, and y'all know I did nothing wrong. Y'all know my husband did nothing wrong, but none of y'all in real time, was strong enough to go publicly and say, we can't throw our sister under the bus. This is the only issue I have with it, baby. When all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah, all of y'all said privately.
Steve then tried to gaslight her, claiming that it was her fault for telling the truth because she was only facing repercussions for her actions.
I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sidney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we got to flex a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
It's kind of interesting how he was trying to discredit her, only for him to end up admitting that he had been paid off. This is interesting because it adds up with what Cat Williams said about Steve Harvey on the Club Shay Shay podcast, because he claimed that Steve had been paid off by the elites to keep his mouth shut.
They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows.
One thing about Cat Williams, we ain't never caught him in a lie just yet. Anywho, back to Steve and Monique. After trying and failing to gaslight her that she was the problem, Steve then pretty much admitted that he threw her under the bus for the money and that he had no integrity.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo,
wait a minute.
If I crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble. I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement. There are ways to win the war in a different way.
Child, tell me you're a lapdog without telling me you're a lapdog. And y'all know the wild part? It's that when the industry came for Steve, Oprah did nothing to help him, and he ended up losing both of his shows.
I've never met so many cowards in our black men in show business. I've never met so many black men that have no goddamn backbone. And that bothers me. Because y'all know when the cameras aren't running, see, I know these people when the cameras aren't running. And that's when I look at my brother and I say, how dare you, Steve?
And the irony is, the same stick that he was pointing at Monique and trying to beat her with by stating she did not understand the business, shortly thereafter was the same stick that they beat him with when they took away both of his shows.
From the looks of things, Monique is understandably upset over being treated this way by Steve because they were truly friends. But like he said, it was money first for him, and that's why he threw her under the bus. But look where it landed him. Anywho, fans are declaring support for Monique and dragging Steve, saying stuff like, let's not forget that Steve Harvey sat up there and told Monique to her face that she was problematic when he knew the full story. That's why I ignored every one of his Django Unchained outfit posts. Steve Harvey did all that shouting because right there, Monique told him that he doesn't stand on business, and she was right. And Steve Harvey clown told Monique to basically just shut up and play the game to get paid. Weak brothers, man. Y'all drop your thoughts on this in the comments, then check out this next video.